Welcome back. You're watching The Big Fight, and now I would like to introduce Mr. Rakesh Sinha, MP of the Bharatiya Janata Party, to take this discussion forward. Mr. Sinha, you see, Rahul Gandhi's disqualification, do you think you have given a sort of an opportunity to the opposition to come together and campaign against you? I mean, what the opposition itself failed to do to get these different warring factions, this one move has united them.
You know that there is disqualification is based on the court's verdict. It has nothing to do with political vendetta or political party's opinion about the Rahul Gandhi. But as far as disqualification is concerned and the opposition unity is consequential effect, I consider that the basis of opposition unity is to safeguard their corrupt practices. A larger number of opposition parties leaders are involved in the corruption directly and indirectly. And they are afraid of the agencies which are probing and investigating. Therefore, they are uniting to safeguard, and opposition unity is a mask to cover their unethical practices they had done in the past. Therefore, I consider this unity is not going to work in the country because the people understand their intention. They cannot give the country the stable government. They cannot give the country the transparent government, which Prime Minister Modi is giving, and therefore the faith of the people and undiminished popularity of Prime Minister Narendra Modi is unmatched in contemporary Indian politics.
No, you know, the feeling, Mr. Sinha, is that you push the opposition so much, far more for your own comfort zone, that they now feel the need to be together.
You know, this is an unparalleled example in the democratic movement all over the world, that one government is not facing anti-incumbency in first term. In second term also the Prime Minister's popularity is increasing day by day. This government is the government led by Prime Minister Narendra Modi ji. You just see his popularity among the people, the faith of the people in Prime Minister Narendra Modi ji. Only because the renouncement he has, he is a Prime Minister, but he is a renounced person. Whatever he is doing for the country, and I think this is one of the reasons that common masses are with Prime Minister Modi ji. One important aspect here, Sanket ji, that this country has witnessed various slogans like socialistic pattern of society in 1948, then Congress has given the slogan of democratic socialism 1956, then welfare state in 1970s, and continuous sloganeering about the people's welfare, but nothing could happen. Prime Minister Narendra Modi ji has made the common people the stakeholders. The common people, the poor people, are not merely the object of mercy of the Indian government. They are not a stakeholder in the wealth creation and wealth distribution. That is very significant aspect, which is very obvious when 80 crore people are getting food, grains for their food. This is not the mercy on the part of the Indian state. The 11 crore toilets, more than 11 crore toilets, Jan Dhan scheme. So all these things are meant for the common people. Therefore, I consider that this secular polarization of the people on the ground of the development, on the ground of the policies which are meant for the common masses is going to support BJP, and we will get more than what people expect in the next coming election in 2024.
Mr. Sinha, I mean, see, let me frame this question differently. You called, or you as in the Prime Minister, says that the opposition is a coalition of the corrupt, right? Now that has prompted some leaders in the opposition, for instance the Aam Aadmi Party, which has now hit back by saying that the Prime Minister is less educated and the BJP is an association of the uneducated, Anpad ki Jamaat.
I am afraid that Arvind Kejriwal understands what he speaks. In fact, and I am really sorry to use this term, sometimes he becomes an anarchist while he starts attacking the ruling party. In the parliamentary democracy, you cannot shrug off the constitutional position. Prime Minister Narendra Modi is the popular not because of mercy of Arvind Kejriwal, not because of the opposition parties. He is a popular because of his own personality and his policies and perspective for the Indian people. His popularity is not has transcended the limit of geography, and he is equally popular all over the country, all over the world. Therefore, I consider that whatever he speaks, it is a very pathetic and pity, and I feel that Arvind Kejriwal should refrain from using such term for the people holding the constitutional position. Prime Minister Narendra Modi's Man Ki Baat, you know, he has expanded the horizon of the Indian Republic. Earlier, just I am giving one example, Padma Awards were given to the people which when we were children we used to consider some people from other world come and get the Padma Award. Elitism was dominating. That's why Kriplani opposed the Padma Award when he was in parliament. But Prime Minister Narendra Modi expanded, and the example is that Lakshmi Kutty from Kerala, barefooted personality, Trinity Sayo from Jaintia Hills, Meghalaya, Radhe Devi from Manipur, such kind of people, common people doing uncommon job. Arvind Kejriwal cannot understand this because he understands only the language of colonial language. He speaks as the Lord Macaulay used to speak about the Indian rulers. I find that Arvind Kejriwal is trying to reflect what colonial rulers used to do for the Indian leaders, that time Congress leaders. That time colonial leaders used to call Congress leaders as gundas. That's why such languages Arvind Kejriwal and opposition parties are using for the BJP. My only appeal to these people is that they should respect the mandate. If you don't respect the mandate, democracy cannot move smoothly in the country.
Mr. Sinha, you know, one question I wanted to ask you, and this has been an allegation by the opposition time and again, on how you have brought in polarization into the Karnataka political discourse. And the one allegation is that you are doing this. The reason why a lot of hijab, halal, azan, Tipu Sultan, all of this is happening in Karnataka so that you do not have to answer any questions related to allegations of 40% corruption. So the corruption allegations that you have, you call the opposition a coalition of the corrupt here at the center, but you are battling the same charges in Karnataka.
You know, everybody knows that there are certain unresolved questions in the society. And these questions have not been being pushed by the Bharatiya Janata Party, they are emerging from the civil society. The question of hijab, this is not limited to India, this is also the question in Islamic countries. We are finding how the people are protesting, women are protesting in Iran. We are finding that how such protests are being organized in Italy and other European countries. Therefore, when these questions are being raised from within the civil society, we should see it constructively. How to create an harmonious society. How to remove all these things which become detrimental for the secular democracy in the country. We should not go back to pre-1947 era. So Bharatiya Janata Party's only objective is to create cultural nationalism, to protect the diversity. We are not, we never divert the people from the real issues. You see the union government, what the Prime Minister is doing. You see the digital India. India is a leading country in the world. People are following the example. Tuberculosis elimination. Prime Minister has given the slogan for tuberculosis elimination. And last point I am telling you, Sanket ji, sanitary napkin. We have the government since 1947. No Prime Minister ever thought about how the common woman, illiterate and the poor woman should have right for the hygiene. And the Prime Minister spoke in 2020 from the Red Fort about the sanitary napkin. Not only he had demolished the taboo, he also ensured that from the Jan Aushadhi Kendra it should reach to the common woman with a cheapest price, symbolic price. This is the governance for the people. And this governance for the people is not respected and not realized by the people who call themselves Aam Aadmi. They are not Aam Aadmi. They are the Vishesh Aadmi who are involved in the corruption. Kejriwal should speak to the nation about the involvement of their own minister in the corruption. They are in jail. Therefore, I think that Bharatiya Janata Party is trying to create a society where that is a corruptionless, transparent society, and whatever we are doing in New Delhi, we will do in the Karnataka.
All right, Mr. Rakesh Sinha, thank you very much for joining us.
Thank you.